Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I said it, I'm taking a lot of videos about Poland, and what's ironic, I don't know if in one of my previous videos I made a mistake saying that I know a lot about Poland, right? And I've noticed that a lot of comments have been along the line like, yeah, well, you don't know Polish history. And I'm like, nah, I don't know Polish history. But then a recent comment was like, how can you say you know a lot about Poland and you don't know the difference between them and Germany and so on and so forth? And I was like, did I say that in the video? Because I don't know a lot about Poland, and that's why I'm doing the videos, so I can learn about Poland, because Poland cool, right? So we're gonna be checking out a video titled A Super Quick History of Poland, so I can learn something about Poland, because I really want to dive more deep into the history of Poland. I recently found out about the Holocaust and stuff like that, and that one of the bases were in Poland, which is really tragic. Either ways, man, we're gonna checking out this video, so thank you for watching. If you have a recommendation regarding Poland or any other country, Europe, whatever, leave those in the comment section, or preferably click that link in the comment section. You can recommend videos I should come out as soon as possible. And yeah, without further ado, man, let's get right to this video. I messed up my own intro. I'm sorry, guys. Anyways, let's get right to this video.
Cześć, everyone, and welcome to Cześć, everyone.
Cześć. 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 Okay, Cześć.
Cześć, everyone, and welcome to This is Europe, and here's Poland. Now let's polish up on its history, shall we? The beautiful land of Poland begins its story with a long cryptic prologue, centuries that are cloaked in conjecture and mystery. Things clear up a bit better as we enter the Bronze Age Lusatian culture. Farmers, hunters, herders, and highly skilled artisans. This here is a reconstructed fort from the 700s BC. A century after this, the Pomeranian culture popped up. It was similar to the Lusatians in many respects, though they had a curious habit of making faces for their urns. I mean, sure, why would you want a plain old urn when you could have one with a nose or ears on it? The next culture had some regrettably noseless pottery, and declined around the same time Rome did. More mystery, more shadow. Then, around the 6th century, we find that a Slavic tribe known as the Polans had made the land their home. Over the years, the Polans grew stronger by incorporating other tribes into their fold. But the true birth of a recognizably Polish state occurred in the 900s with the rise of Mieszko I. He accepted Christianity, which would become the land's dominant faith, and set forth and conquered a large slice of land, which he left to his son Bolesław the Brave, who was crowned first king of Poland and further strengthened and expanded his domains. Naturally, troubles beset the region, and Bolesław III fought hard to regain lost lands. At his death, he divided Poland between his sons, hoping this would prevent their fighting for the throne. If only he'd seen a few of my videos, then he'd know that was never gonna happen. That's right, the brothers immediately battled each other for more power, and Poland was disjointed for almost...
I hate humans. I hate humans. Oh God. Can't be like, all right, bro, I take 25%, bro. Like, now I need about 45 more. Yeah, that's the reason why we're always going to be fighting as humans. Because one of Poland's, biggest enemies at the moment, probably one of the main reasons I think why Polish people do not want to be considered Eastern Europe, is simply because that country is just, they want to get a USSR, you know what I mean? And it's understandable. It's greed. It's just the reality.
200 years. During this fractured period, Duke Conrad here invited the German Teutonic Knights to help him deal with the Baltic Prussians up north. The Knights not only subdued the Prussians, but decided to stay and make their own state in the region. More on that later. Now, if the Polish lands were weakened by disunity, they were enfeebled further thanks to the Mongol invasion of 1240. After this, the Mongols invaded again, and slaughtered and enslaved, and then they invaded once more. But this time they weren't so fortunate in their objectives, as the Poles defeated them. Strenuous effort and sprinklings of luck saw Władysław the Short successfully begin the process of reunifying Poland. His son, Kazimierz the Great, was a builder and a reformer who expanded eastward in his conquests, championed education, and welcomed the settlement of Jews into his borders. Under Queen Jadwiga, Poland entered into a personal union with the Grand Duchy of Lithuania. After this new system update, the Teutonic...
Welcome the Jews, and that was 1300. He's talking about 600 years later, around 600 years later. Damn.
Knights, long a dual thorn in the sides of Poland and Lithuania, became less of a threat. Naturally, conflict brewed between the rival states, and it escalated in 1410 into one of the biggest battles of the medieval era. The Battle of Grunwald saw the Polish and Lithuanians crush the Teutonic Knights, whose power and prestige was decisively diminished. Teutonic rule in Prussia became more and more resented, and this internal strife sparked the 13 Years' War, in which Poland was again triumphant. Meanwhile, Poland developed a political system that was, for its time, notably liberal and tolerant, and the 1500s saw the country enter a golden age of culture and scientific innovation. In 1569, Poland and Lithuania combined into a single state, the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth, which was one of the largest and strongest states in Europe. Now, since Russia was having a hard time back then, Poland decided to invade it, and the two countries have disliked each other.
Hold on, Poland. Hold on, hey. You what now? Poland, you did what? Poland was like, you got a little weak moment. Come here, boy. I'm just, hey.
But ever since, there was also war with the Ottomans and war with Sweden, and of course all this belligerence sapped the Commonwealth of potency, and swathes of land were lost, from Prussian possessions to chunks of Ukraine. But this didn't stop Poland from saving the heartland of Europe in 1683 from Turkish invasion, when the great soldier king Jan Sobieski, with his great mustache, led his heavy cavalry down the Austrian hills to thrash the Ottomans.
You know what's wild? Now the more I watch these videos, is the more I understand why people would hate immigration in these European countries, because most countries crying out about your immigration are European countries. I understand. You know why? Because if you've constantly heard throughout your histories people invading, attacking, and so on and so forth, taking over and changing the country and so on and so forth, you'd likely be mentally screwed up by that. It's real life, so I kind of think I understand why people are so defensive, in a sense, kind of, you know what I mean? It's kind of wild to think about it.
Battle of Vienna. But this glorious victory did not halt Poland's inglorious decline. 1701 saw a ruinous Swedish invasion, and then a squabble over the throne, in which it became glaringly plain that Poland had simply become a pawn on the European chessboard for the bigger players, and Poland itself was checkmated in the late 1700s, when it was entirely erased from the map, partitioned between Russia, Austria, and Prussia. Not even the heroic efforts of the great commander Tadeusz Kościuszko could free Poland from foreign occupation. In 1830, Poland tried to unshackle itself again, but the Russians stamped out their hopes in just under a year. So Poland tried again, and Prussia stopped them. So Poland tried again, then Russia beat them down as before. Finally, after World War I, a conflict in which nearly 500,000 Poles had died, Poland was restored as a nation once more. Meanwhile, the communist revolutionary Lenin had taken power in Russia, and he sought to expand westward and spread socialism further in Europe. Poland resisted, and of course it was war. And after Poland's extraordinary and unexpected victory at the Battle of Warsaw, Russia's ambitions were put on hold. Now, throughout the 1920s, Poland worked to fix itself up and modernize, and impressive improvements were made.
It slaps me in the face when I think about it that if you've lived over 100 years old, you know about all of these. So if you know a Polish person who's 100 years old, they know about this. Or close enough to 100 years old. They were born right after this. And if they were 100 plus, they were born during this. That is crazy, right? That is actually really crazy. Wow. Really disappointing, to think about it, that Poland went through this much.
Now, as the German position on the Eastern Front faltered, the Soviet Red Army pushed them further and further back until the Soviets took control. After the war, Stalin made sure Poland adopted a communist government, and anti-communist resistance fighters operated into the 1950s. Thankfully, the oppressiveness subsided over time, and living conditions improved, though economic migraines were habitual. Protests over food prices and more of the same ilk preceded a spirit of change for Poland embodied in Polish Cardinal Karol Wojtyła, who became Pope John Paul II in 1978. Poles demanding change found a resounding voice in Lech Wałęsa, leader of the independent trade union Solidarity. Change was demanded, and change was attained, and communism collapsed, and in 1990, Wałęsa was elected president. Poland later joined NATO and the EU, and the country today...
1990, bruh. 1990. That's yesterday, bruh. Like, that's crazy. Like, wow.
possesses a very high level of human development, high quality of life, and one of the largest economies in Europe, and, impressively, has managed, in spite of its troubled history, to give so much to the world. Great composers and musicians, excellent writers, brilliant filmmakers, superb scientists, and sensational sportspersons. And their food's delicious. So that's it for Poland, and that's all from me for now. Papa!
It was beautiful. It was beautiful. This was a lovely and detailed history. I really actually appreciate this video a lot. The link will be in the description for the original video, so y'all can go check it out if you don't know Polish history. But this was beautiful. I really enjoyed it. I can't express how much, I enjoyed this. Like, the Polish history is bloody. Like, I think most countries in Europe history is quite bloody. Like, African history is messed up. I'm not sure it's as bloody as European history, honestly, though. Might be, to be honest. But African history probably is so smeared by recent stuff, which is wild. History is a very interesting thing. That's all I got. It's all about being open to know and listen. And, that's what I'm here doing. So thank you guys for watching this video. Quite depressing, but quite amazing at the end. Either ways, guys, thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed, let me know. And your thoughts and feedback in the comment section down below. Like and subscribe. And yeah, I'm out of here, guys. Peace.